All right. Welcome back to Eyes Open Media. Okay, so as you guys can see here, the map is coming along. Today was wasn't that busy of a day like yesterday was, but we still got some things done, and the map is now over 50% completed, as you guys can see. Um, and once we get to this area right here, it will be a lot better. I think we get to 60% here, and then this is the 40% that's left. Or some people might say, well, it looks like more like 70-30. Well, regardless of what it is, if we can get up here, if we can get up here and get this area, this whole thing right here green over the weekend, that would be awesome. And then we just have this area left, which is it can be 30% or 40%, whatever the case may be. We only have this area left. Okay, so we want to get through this and get through this old town area because this is going to be difficult. As you can see, we're barely moving here. But I don't want everybody to. I don't want the whole troops to be in this area. I want only a few troops here, and then everybody else come in this area and just push this thing through and get to this V shape as quick as possible. Remember, I told you guys we want to be at this V shape by Monday night. Okay, so my Monday today is Thursday. So my Monday update, which is March 13th, we want to be at this V shape, everything below it green. Okay, so let's see if we can get there. This is going to be very difficult because we're only right here. Okay, and that means Friday we need to be at least up here. Saturday we need to be at least up here. Sunday we need to be up here, and then Monday we need to take care of the V shape. Okay, so we'll see if we can get to this V shape by Monday. If we can get to that V shape by Monday, then that tells us that we're going to be done by the 21st. Okay, by the 20th, 21st. Okay, then that means that we're going to move up here and we'll get this done by the 20th, 21st. Okay, if I'm going to make another prediction, I'm going to give a not prediction, but I'm going to give a new liberation date tomorrow. Okay, depending on how if we come up here and we're just right here tomorrow and we barely move, then of course we're going to be pushing this thing back, right? So we'll see what happens tomorrow's map. If tomorrow's map comes up and we get a lot of spots up here, maybe we even get this whole area right here, and then move up here a little bit. If tomorrow's a productive day, then I'm most likely I'll keep it where we're at. But if it's not, if we only see a little progress tomorrow, like we did today, then we're gonna be making some changes. Okay, so just prepare for a change in date tomorrow if we don't make any progress. But overall, we're moving good. We're moving well. Of course, we had some delays. They blamed it on weather. They blamed it on the Iraqi people leaving and all this other bullcrap, right? So, and then we had 4 weeks off from East Mosul to West Mosul. So if you think about it, and then of course in December we had 2 weeks off, right? Our body gave 2 weeks off. Okay, so 2 weeks off in December, 4 weeks off, basically all of February. You know what I mean? And then we had about 5 days off, like last week, of doing nothing. Okay, or was it the week before? I think it was last week. And then Sunday, we got the green light to continue. So if you put all of those days off, the 4 plus the 5 plus the 2 weeks, I mean, my goodness, we would have been done already, right? Our whole lives would be different right now. Iraq's whole lives would be different right now. Iraq would be back on the international stage with no restrictions. The citizens would be free. But because of those 2 weeks off in December, those 4 weeks off in February, late January into February, and then the 5 days basically off last week, we're sitting here at over a little bit over 50%, and still have about 47% to go. So you know what I mean. So look, if we can go if we can go this pace, like just getting stuff here a little bit, 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 we'll be done by the 31st. We'll still get it done in March. If we go a little bit, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit every day, and come up here, we'll be done by March 31st, right? We'll get it done by March 31st. But a lot of you guys want it done a lot quicker than that. A lot of you guys want it done on the 20th, on the 21st, or at least no later than 24th, right? So, and some of you guys want it done next week. You know what I mean? So, it doesn't look like we're gonna get it done next week, unless something drastically changes. Okay. So, and remember, we're editing. So, editing. This is gonna take. I told you guys this is gonna take a minute. Look. We barely even scratched the surface. So, this is gonna take a minute here. But that doesn't mean that this other areas can't go a lot faster, right? These should be done. Like over the weekend, we should be able to come up in here and have this whole thing done. We should have this whole thing done right up in here over the weekend. Like there's no reason why we can Friday, Saturday, Sunday we can't have this whole area done, right? And this whole V shape done by Monday night, going into Tuesday morning. Okay, we should have this done. If we don't, then of course, it's a little slower process. But we'll find out what tomorrow brings. I'm excited because the map's turning green, and I told you guys when the map turns green, I'm excited, man. As long as we're moving, I'm excited. If we're getting 2, 3, 4, 2 to 5 districts a day, that's good. We're moving, right? Even though it might be a little slow, we're still moving. And there's no denying that the map's gonna be green one day, okay? And that one day looks like it's gonna be in March, okay? So that's awesome. I can wait for this map to turn green, and knowing that the map turns green, and that Iraq's national reconciliation will launch in Mosul, and also that the Iraq will remove all restrictions off their country and return to the international stage, um, which is they're supposed to do according to their constitution. And one of the reasons why Maliki flooded ISIS into the country, because he knew that if he didn't do that, Iraq's constitution tells them they have to join the international stage, and he knew that. So he knew that a body coming in would have no choice but to return to the international stage with no restrictions. Okay. And because of that, he flooded ISIS in so he would delay that from happening. Okay. That's the reason why he delayed ISIS from doing that. If Iraq was already on the international stage with no restriction, there would be no reason to put ISIS in there, because it wouldn't benefit him no way, right? So the only reason why Maliki flooded ISIS into the country was because he wanted to delay Iraq returning to the international world with no restrictions. So now that we're only this much to go for Iraq to return, Maliki is sweating bullets. Okay, and he wants to. That's why you see the articles today about. Well, that's not the one yet. About this one, about Maliki preparing a coup. Why is he preparing a coup? Because Iraq is about to complete the map. And when they complete the map, they must return to an international status with no restrictions. And Maliki understands that. And so Malik, knowing that he understands that, he's trying to save himself from being hung, being stoned, or whatever the case they're going to do to him in the international courts or the Iraqi courts. So this is why he wants to remove a body immediately, because he knows that once this map turned green, he's done. They've already started the national reconciliation in some of the other provinces already. By the time this map is done within the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks, however it takes, all of Iraq will be under the national reconciliation, and which they signed with the United Nations, the IMF, the World Bank, all the Kurds, the Sunnis, the Shiites, the Herbal Agreement. Everything is done. That Maliki would be finished. So you got stuff like this where he wants to get a body out of there, because getting a body out of there could mean that he might be able to put somebody or pay somebody that he likes to get in there, right? And to continue to stall or whatever the case may be. Maybe if they get a body out, he can flood ISIS into a different area, or maybe another super terrorist group into Iraq in some other area, and just do whatever he wants to do. And because Abadi has removed their corruption and things of that nature, of course with the help of the United States and Great Britain, things of that nature, and the IMF and World Bank, but in the U.S. Treasury. So they've made progress to rejoin the international stage. Maliki cannot have this. This is why you need to take him out now. But whatever, if they don't take him out, they're going to pay the price. Point blank and simple. If they don't take Maliki out, they don't take him into the international courts or to the courts for genocide and treason and all that stuff, they're going to pay a heavy price. They're gonna pay. They're gonna actually lose their lives because of that. Because what's gonna happen is Maliki is going to set a plan up in the future, and he's gonna return with Iran, and Iran's going to invade Iraq. Okay, so and Maliki is going to make everybody pay. So if you don't want to, so you don't want to listen to the prophet, fine, you'll pay in the future. That's fine. You can dance and drink your wine and live in your mansions all you want and say, yeah, we're free. And then one day here comes Maliki and his goons with Iranians, and they're gonna invade and take over Iraq. That's exactly what's gonna happen in the future. Because you don't take the virus out. If you don't take the virus out, the virus is going to get very jealous and return. Okay, so here's something here about al-Baghdadi escapes from Mosul with U.S. help. Now, today we already had articles about U.S. once again helping ISIS and Daesh, in Western Mosul, bringing aid and dropping stuff off a helicopter. They got video image of Americans doing it. They got pictures of Americans doing it, and there's no excuses anymore, right? The Pentagon has already, said they were sorry how many times already, and I've heard twice. And me personally, I've heard twice. I know it's probably more than twice that the Pentagon has come out and say, "Oh, we're sorry for doing this." But now the Iraqis have video and pictures. I mean, my goodness gracious, you're still helping. And then they also help two ISIS leaders to escape from destruction, basically today. Okay, so I mean, I don't know what Americans doing. It is what it is. They come out here and they say we say that we want Iraq back on the international stage. We're giving them all this money, and then we got people inside the American government that really don't want Iraq to succeed. They want the war to continue. They want the terrorist stuff to continue in Iraq, and so they drop off. So they command soldiers to drop off weapons, like some of the senators that have investments in Daesh or ISIS to continue this war. Command military members to drop off weapons for ISIS controlled centers and control areas, which is very sad. So once again, the Americans helping out Baghdadi, helping Baghdadi out, and it's crazy, man. It's crazy to think that you put on that uniform and you're helping terrorists. You know what I mean? Like you're help training terrorists. You're helping terrorists stay alive so they can continue their destruction on people and innocent lives, innocent people. That's just crazy. This is why I can't be down for politicians. I can't be down with presidents, politicians, and none of that stuff, because this is the things that happen behind the scenes that a lot of people don't realize. If a lot of people around the world don't know that America even trained ISIS and Daesh, and they were called Syrian rebels at the time, and then they became ISIS, right? And then we used them to keep the Middle East busy, keep the Middle East fighting, keep destruction on the Middle East. I mean, that's just terrible. That's terrible, especially if you call yourself a Christian. And of course we already know the government, the government of America aren't Christians. Okay, they can say they're Christian, they can do all the Christian stuff, they can go and do all the holidays, but that doesn't mean you're Christian. You know what I mean? So we know that they hide behind Christianity and being a Christian, but then they do all this other stuff, right? Like dropping bombs on innocent people and creating terrorist groups all around the world to destroy people. I mean, it's unbelievable what we do in American government. And Ben had here about Brother John. Give me your thoughts on this, please. It says Bitcoin to collapse global banking cartel. And I did tell Ben that, look, man, I talk about Bitcoin every day. You should know what I think about Bitcoin and the global cartels and stuff. Because I talk about Bitcoin all the time, brother. Bitcoin's going to 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 plus, bro. No one, they're not gonna be able to stop it. Bill Gates even came out and said no one's gonna stop Bitcoin. Okay, so that's it for me. Eyes open. Talk to you guys tonight. Bye.